Yeah. Okay, Tim. So we are, going to discuss how we can compile the code, how to run the code. All of them we'll see. And this weekend, we don't have any. Sorry. So this weekend, we don't have any training. So we have a training till Friday. Right? Right. So let's start. So we discussed how to write the program. And we written a simple COBOL program also. We written. So simple program we have written. So we'll see how we can compile and run, and we can see the how we can see the output. So the meeting details are going to change from tomorrow. So I request you to, if you don't get by tomorrow afternoon, you please, reply to my mail or send an email to me, please. So log on Venkat A. So enter the password. I'll type ISPF 3.4. Right. So yeah, this is the program we have written T. We can write, okay, let me write few more lines. I can write display. So display is the COBOL verb. Display is the COBOL verb to display variable value or the literal. What I said, the literal. Okay, to display the literal, we use to display the any content literal, we use display. So I'll give hyphens, double quotes. So I'll copy after like this, we can print it. So I can write like this also. Display employee number space, employee name, employee address, employee balance, employee phone number. So these are we can call as a headers. Okay. So you can write the literal. Okay. Within the double quotes. If you start with the double quotes, it should end with the double quotes. If you start with the single quotes, it should end with the single quotes. If you start with the double quotes, it should end with the double quotes. And at this moment, give after every line, give a dot. Okay, so we have something called a para, which is user defined. The para name should start with can start with the character or number. I will use something called main para. So in this para, stop run is the last line. Main para is a user defined. In this para, the last line is stop run. After last line, dot should be present. Okay. I'll save the code. Any queries? Now, so how we can see, basically this is the whatever you written within the double quotes. So this output, this, first it will display in the spool. Okay, it will print all hyphens because that is how you're given. This is the output. Then welcome to COBOL language. It will be printed this one. It is day 1 COBOL training. It will print this also. Then it is going to print this one in the spool. This will be the output and hyphens. Hyphens. Okay. So this is the output of the file, output of the code. Now, how we can see the output, right? We cannot copy paste in the notepad and we cannot say that it is a output, right? So we need to compile the code. Okay. As I said yesterday, COBOL is a high-level programming language. COBOL is a high-level programming language. We cannot compile the code. Well, sorry, we cannot run directly because the code which you written, it is a human understandable code, human readable code. So we have to ensure that this code should be machine understandable. We should convert this program into machine understandable. We should convert this program into machine understandable. For that, there is a process called compilation process. Okay, there is a process called compilation process. So this is called compilation process. So first we have to compile, nothing but converting from source code, this is the source code, to object code. Converting from source code to object code. Then we have something called link edit. So we have to convert from object code to mission load module. Basically, we call as a load module. So that is called mission understandable code, link edit. Okay, so this mission understandable, we need to run it. So to do all of them, there are some JCLs. Okay, there are some JCLs. I will copy them. For that, I need to create two more data sets. I have to create two more data sets. One is to store the load library. One is to store the load library. The second one, we need a JCLs to place only the JCLs. So I'll create quickly two data sets in the similar pattern. Partition data set. I'll go JCL lib. So directory block 280, 800, and I will give it PDS. So then I'll give load lib. Oh. Okay, team. So we created both of them. So let me go to, we list out the data sets. Right. So I'm going to copy the compile JCL. Okay. The compile JCL means we have a compile and link edit. So there are two steps here. These two steps JCL, we are going to copy it from other data set. In real time also, we don't write the compile JCL. It will be provided by the admin. So start M, not M. So 3.4, let me check COBOL. So B17, or okay. So you guys can copy from this data set. I'll tell you from where you should copy. Yeah. So whatever I did, you can ignore team. So you guys can copy the compile ACL from this PDS partition data set, and the member name is this one. So here it has a two JCLs. So what I do first, I'll show you the execution part. After that, I'll explain in detail about that. So once you copy team, I will copy paste it for you. Instead of Venkat A, if you're using Venkat B, change it to B. So you have to give time. Okay, let me add the time also. So from now, you should have the time parameter that is mandatory. So technically, it is not a mandatory, but on this server, It is a mandatory. So Venkat since 2010. So text split. So Venkat since 2010, yeah. Then I will give time is equal to 0, 5 seconds. That will be sufficient. So what is your COBOL program member name? So this is the normal job cut. There is no much difference at all. And so PCM1 is the location of the COBOL program. Sorry, member name. So you should give what is the member name. Very, very important thing. You should give what is the member name. Then where it got located, where this member is located. So the source, we should give source. So this PCM one located in this particular data set. Once we run these two steps, that is compile and link edit, where you want to store the load library. So I want to store the load library. So let me get the load library also. So B17 C star. So I'll give load lib 1 F9, 2 F9. I'll provide load lib. So program 1 member is located in this one. So you have to mention the location of. These are all symbolic parameters. In JCL also we discussed symbolic parameter. So source is the one here. Okay, source is the symbolic parameter and the member name also is a symbolic parameter. Instead of source, it is going to replace internally by this file and member is going to replace by PCM1. Okay, so I'll compile this code now. I will show you the load library dataset. So if I try to open the load library, nothing will be there. You can see no members in a dataset. So I'll compile it. So if you get 0 or 4, it is okay. If you get 12, if you need to fix it. If you get a max is 12, we need to fix it. Let me see, is it the problem of JCL or program? Start M5 ST. So my God, so many jobs are there. It looks like 19 only. Okay, fine. So I'll purge all these jobs. So give question mark against the job. Okay, I got it. I did a mistake, team. Okay. Basically, while you're creating a load library, the record format should not be a fixed block. It should be U, undefined or unformat. So, okay, how do I know? I'll go to the link edit. See output data set name for DD name sysload module. There is a sysload module in the JCL, like a sys in, sys out, like that. So it has an invalid record format. And if I press F11, I can see what is the record format it is expecting. It is expecting U. Are you clear? I'll pause for 1 minute. Are you comfortable till now?
Yes, sir.
So now what I do, I will delete this. Before I delete, I'll get the file name. So start 3.2. So it should be U. Okay, very, very important thing. Record format is U. Now I'll go to the JCL. I'll submit. You can see max is 0. Maximum condition code 0. So I'll go to spool. Sorry, not spool, load library. Load module, it member got generated. And I'll open it. You don't understand anything. Are you clear? Now this load module, you don't understand anything, but system understands. Okay. Now this is the one we are supposed to run it. Okay, because this is the load module, right? So we are supposed to run this particular data set. Okay. It's not COBOL code. Now, so I will write the run JCL. Run JCL should be written by us. We should write it. And I'll write RJCL1. Venkat AJ job code and Venkat since 2010. Notify is equal to ampersand sys user ID. Time is equal to 1,1. Okay. Job notify, yeah. Time. Then step 1, which program you want to execute? What is the load module member name? So we are generating a load module with the member name called PZM1, correct? So this is user defined. PZM is equal to PZM1. Very good. Where this load module is located. So this program load module is located, okay, in TD disposition share DSN. Then we can write, there is to specify it as a load library. Predefined DD name is called steplib. Steplib indicates the load module of for this particular program. Okay. Is it clear? Right. So next, I need to run it. Steplib is a predefined DD name to specify the location of the program. Max 0. Go to the spool and you can see sys out. Always the output will be in the sys out. Yeah. So this is the output of the code. Any queries?
Venkat, I have one doubt.
Yeah.
For load lib, why we gave U format, Venkat?
Because it's the undefined, okay. Like if it is a normal readable format means we can give a fixed block. Undefined means we don't know in which format the data is going to store. There is no structure for that internally, the data for load module.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. What is a compile and a precompile, Venkat?
Okay. See, Jayashree, you can stick with the today's content. Okay, I know
Okay.
because as we are in the one flow, yeah, you can ask anything related to today's content or the past content what we completed. For future content, if you ask the challenges, I can give, not a problem. I no need to prepare. But there are some people who are new, so there will be
Okay.
a distraction and disturbance for them.
Okay.
And
Okay.
pre-compilation is related to DB2 also. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Is it clear?
Yeah, yes, Venkat, it's clear.
Yeah, 1 minute team. Be on the. Yeah. Sorry, guys. Right. So I hope you saw the output also. Now, let me explain everything for you. I'll copy the code first for you so that you guys can refer it. I am copying with the calls also so that somebody want to know on which column I started. You can see that. And then I'm going to copy the entire compiled SCL so that you don't copy paste it team from notepad to mainframe server. Okay. Venkat B user can refer this data set. Venkat C, Venkat D, Venkat E. All ID people can refer this PDS. If you don't have an access to this data set, you tell me, I'll ask admin to provide it. I'll check with the server team. Okay. Now, so if you are having less than 3 to 4 years experience, they might ask you, can you please explain COBOL compilation process? Okay. So that I'll tell you now. So first we'll discuss the COBOL compilation process. First we have to do, okay, there is a source code. There is a source code. So source code source code will be the input for the compile step. Then we will get some object code. We will get output as an object code. That object code we will be giving as a link edit and it generates the load module. Okay. So this is the source code. And we have a step called, what is the step? There is a step called compile. And to do that, there is a predefined utility IE, IGY, CR, CTL utility. What is the utility we use to do this? IGY, CR, CTL. Then there is a utility called IEWL. Okay. So for compile step, the input is source code. Okay. So during compilation, what it is going to check, guys? It is going to check syntax errors. Syntax errors. Any error, any code, okay? Syntax errors. So is the program syntactically correct as per the rules they have written or not? If if you don't write that, you will get compilation error. So compilation error means there is a syntax error. You would have not followed the COBOL rules. If syntactically everything is fine, so we will get object code as a output. Object code is an output. So that will become an input for the step called link edit. So this is called, we call as a link edit. So the utility we use IEWL. For IEWL, input is the object code, output is load module. So load module is the one we need to store. Load module we need to store in PDS. And this will be the final one we give a run, in run JSON. Is it clear? So this is called COBOL compilation process. So if you explain this 3 to 5 minutes, then obviously then there is a good marks for you. So now I'll write in the notepad everything in detail step by. So COBOL compilation process. Step 1 is compile step. So utility we use is IGYCRCTL. The input, what are the inputs for this compile step? Inputs are the source code. Okay, COBOL source code. And if you are having any copybooks, that also we can mention as an input. So then output is output in object code. Output is an object code. Then what it does, okay. So what it does, it generates the load module. Okay. So sorry, it generates the object code and so it checks the syntax errors. What it does, syntax error is going to check. So this is all about step 1. Then step 2, link edit. Okay. The step 2 is a link edit. So utility is IEWL. What is the utility we are using? IEWL. And for this utility, when input is object code. Okay, object code. So once we get the load module, there is no need of object code at all because we don't refer it. So output is load module. So we will use load module later. Okay, for this. And this is all about compilation process. Step 3 from the program. Are you clear?
So first two steps can be done together in one JCL, right? Single JCL.
Yeah. So basically you can have every step as a separate one, or you can keep both of them in the one member. That's what you can see even here also. If you see this code, okay, let me minimize this. I hope now it's better for you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let me remove the comments and so that I can make it little bit zoom also, so that you can see everything in a single frame. So I'll explain this code for you. Yeah. So now we'll go step by step, line by line. Right. So first, okay, anyhow, these are all job card. Okay, these three are set statements. Then, as I said, there is a predefined utility called IZY CRCTL utility. So there is a IZY CRCTL utility. So this utility is located in this data set. This is not our cup of tea. What is step lib for this? You no need to think about this line. Okay, next for this input is what? So the input will be provided within the predefined DD name called sysin and ampersand source. It is a symbolic parameter. They are assigning a value through, okay, set. You can see this. And you can see the member name over here. You can see member name here. Okay, this is the input. Then, as I told you, okay, we no need object anymore once we get the load module. So what we are trying to do, we are trying to store in the temporary data set, load set. If the temporary data set is not there, it will append it. If it is not there, it will just allocate and it will pass to the next consecutive step, following step. Okay, so now this will, because of this automatically, the temporary data set is going to come automatically to IEWL. So these are all some for compiling process. They kept all DD names. Okay. So next, there is a utility called IEWL. There is a utility called IEWL. So this linked it is going to execute based on the previous step. If the previous step is 0, it will execute linked it. 1, it will execute. 2, it will execute. 3 will execute. 4 will execute. Okay. If the return code is above 4, the linked step doesn't execute. Okay, it doesn't execute. These are all called something called we call as a parameters. We call them as a parameters. We'll discuss later. So then syslin is an input DD name for a EWL. Okay, for a EWL load set. And we are deleting immediately after that. It will be deleted once the step job got executed. Then this is going to convert into load model. Again, whatever the member name I gave here, whatever the member name we have given, that is coming as here. So that's why the load bundle is coming load set. This is also, it is here load lib. Okay. I hope you are clear. I clear the things.
Yeah, somewhat, not completely.
Yeah. What you did not understand? Because
I understand the process, like we need to compile, create a load module, and then link edit, and then run the JCL. So the steps that are mentioned in the code, those are not clear that much.
correct. See, you say step doesn't mean if you say that way, I don't know where to start, where to explain. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So because if you observe initially what I kept in the compile, I written somewhere now where I kept the step names, input and output. Yeah. So this step one is, it is a pseudo code, I can say. Okay, this is the high level code,
Mhm.
high level statement that is there in the step one. So the step one is starting from where?
So these that set source that library Venkat B17 COBOL, that source lib and load lib, that you have already created earlier, or it will be created automatically?
No,
You
I
are setting
created
it
all
here.
of them, right? Today and yesterday. So
Mm-hmm.
you did not watch the video? I shared the video in status also.
Today I was not able to watch the video.
I created today only, na? Like load lib, basically load lib.
Yeah, load lib.
Yes, lib I created. Yesterday I have written this COBOL program in front of everyone.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, this is the COBOL program. That's the load lib.
Yeah, I'm keeping the relevant JCL also so that you will understand step one steps and corresponding JCL. Step two, there is a corresponding JCL. And
So these all CICUT 1, CICUT till 7, they are mandatory.
you can ignore them, okay? You can ignore them for time being. Okay, you remove them, no problem. You can ignore them. That is not important for us.
Okay. And this sysl mod, is that like the
Predefined. Okay. Syslog
predefined?
module is every DD name is a predefined here, except step name. Cope comp is user defined. Linked it is user defined. So
Mm-hmm.
no sysut1, sysdump, sysprint, sysload module, syslin, syslib, all are predefined.
Okay.
Right.
You can go ahead, sir. Yeah.
Yeah. So this is all about end-to-end thing. Okay. So if you ask me what we are supposed to do, first write the code as per the requirement. Write the step one, write the program. Step two, you have to compile under link edit. Finally, you should generate a load module. Step three, we need to run the program. We need to run the program. Okay. So these are all the steps you should do it. Right. So what I do, guys, let me tell you something for you. Okay. I uploaded the class notes for you. Okay. So there is a indus.cobol. Okay. So you guys, you no need to wait for my instructions. You are good to start writing the code from today. So please copy this code. Okay. Go to your ChatGPT. Anyhow, I'll explain, by the way. Don't worry. ChatGPT. So You copy, paste this code, and you say that at the end, explain the program in detailed way. Okay. You need patience to read it. It gives as much as detail you want. You need to keep asking the questions. Like, how you are asking Venkat the question, right? So Venkat may not be having the patience, but ChatGPT it has patience. It gives you as, you keep ask, what is this? Let's say you don't understand what this line indicates. You talk about it. What is the meaning of num? What are the rules? Talk about them. Okay, you see, let's break down the COBOL program. Okay, so you see that every line they explained. Identification, the first division of the COBOL program, provide the basic information about the program ID. It specifies the name of the program, in this case, PCM1. Author, they specify the author of the program and the value. Right? So then you go here, environment division. This division is typically used to specify the environment in which the program runs. However, it is not explicitly included in your example. Indicate that default environment settings are assumed. Then division is where all data items are declared. So you see that. And variable. Okay. You see, frankly speaking, I may not explain this much detailed way. Okay. So, but you are, ChatGPT is giving, right? So it's time for you utilizing the ChatGPT while you are learning. And okay, let's say today we learned, I know we'll cover, but I know, let me tell you, what are the interview questions on this program? What else you need here? Tell me. See, these are very, very basic, by the way, but you can, like you are going to play around. That is very important. Though the topic with the questions are very easy, but if you are a first time learner, 100%, everything is useful for you. Okay. I hope you agree with me. Right? Now, okay. The reason why I come to this slide, right? So let me go to C drive, materials. Okay. Trainings B15 COBOL assignments. Yeah. So I'm going to already this document maybe not there in the okay, but it is there in YouTube channel. So write a COBOL program to print the output as expected below. I want output like this. Okay. So you should print question mark as it is. You should print this one. Display. Okay. Display variables. We did not cover. Assignment is what? Assignment variables. So we'll see them once we declare the variable. Okay. I'll start giving the assignments also along with the presentation so that you guys can, work on the assignments. Is it clear?
Yes, Venkat.
Yeah. Now, so let me explain, okay, how, okay, what I do. If I don't write the stop run, what happens? And I'll make the errors also. Okay, so that you guys will come to know everything from next program onwards, you can fix it. So as I told you, your program should reach at one point of time, stop run. your program should reach stop run at one point of time. So I'm going to compile this code. Okay. See, it's very beauty, right? There is no stop run. We are getting the max 0. It's very important, and thumb rule is that very important. And thumb rule is that what the code you write, your system will check that only. The what code is not written by you, it doesn't tell you that it is missing because it doesn't have that much, intelligence. Okay, it is not that much intelligence environment. Not only this, anything, any technology you take, it doesn't tell you that. Okay, only few things are there. I hope you're clear. So the code what you written in that syntax errors are there, it will show you. Because if you don't write stop run, it may not be needed for you. That's why you are not written. Like that it understands. Okay. So though there is no stop run, you're not getting error. So I'll go to the run JCL. I'll submit it. So you will get as U4038. Right. So now you start, learning abandoned. Okay. U4038. U means user abandoned. U means user abandoned. We got 4038 event. Now you can go. So you would have got output at the same time you are getting an event also. So go to the spool and relevant job. You see the sys out. You can see the last lines. F11. Are you read the error? I mean, error message T.
Yes.
Okay, so this is all about we got event at runtime, by the way. Now I'm going to remove few things. I'm removing the dot and I'm removing D here and I'm keeping procedure division. I'm removing Y. Save the code. I'm going to compile straight away. You'll get 8 or 12. 12 you'll get max C12. So go to the spool. I'll give a question mark against the job. Sprint. Okay. F8, F8, F8. So please keep press F8 until your program starts. So your code started here. And very, good thing here, right? It gives you exactly near to where that line where error is there, and it gives you detailed way. Okay, that is the beauty of this one. Expected, what is expected? Division. But what is found? So means it is giving even alternative solution also for you. After that, E means error. S means severe error. Okay, error is okay, severe error is more effective, more dangerous. So, because of this, okay, as D is not there, so this is coming and something it is showing on top of that. So this is something we need to fix it. If you add D, all the 3 errors will be gone. And F8, because after program ID, there is no error message. After author, no error message. Date written, no. Date compiled, no. And you see that a data division, a period was required. Where? After data division, it is there, right? A period was assumed before data. Before data means here. So it is giving also a period was required. Next, this something it is calling as a should not begin area A. So this is may not be clear, but you can understand that, right? So because of this error, and we are getting something in main pair also. We are getting in main pair also. F8. So display is invalid. Everything is showing an invalid because of one thing, right? So I'll give a procedure division and I'll add as a division. Division. Yeah, I'll add the display. So you can see all the errors once and fix them, everything. We got maxis 12. I don't know where is the mistake now. Go to the spool, refer the sys out, F8, F8. A period was required. Okay, here is a period. What is coming? E. Otherwise, no error up till stop run. So whenever there is an error, you need to compile and then only you will get the latest load module there. So I'll give it start. Save the code, submit. We got maxis 0. Yeah. Are you clear, team? Any queries? How we can fix the COBOL error? Syntactically, if there are any error comes, how you fix it? You got it?
So Venkat, previously we got offset value. What is that offset value?
Sorry?
In previously we got I think U4038 error. That time we got one offset value.
Correct.
And what is that offset?
That we will discuss later.
Oh,
Because we are in the beginning only, right? So that we will discuss later. Okay, team. So that's all for today. We'll see rest of the things the other day.